Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and I've brought a little inspiration here looking at front of me. Shelby, what does that look like to you? Have you ever seen that before? Is that not impressive? It looks just like my third-grade teacher. Yeah, I'm telling you, it just looks like my third-grade teacher. The cover of Memories of Spring, Ron Jolly. That is Miss Russell if I've ever seen her before. And it looks just like after she slapped my hands for dipping into the candy jar again. So, oh, man. How about it, Bill Cooksey? How about this next guest? You think does he know anything about turkey hunting?
Well, anything he knows, he probably learned from his wife, but that's okay. I wouldn't hold it against him.
That's because he didn't take the picture on the cover of this book called Memories of Spring by Ron Jolly.
That's right.
It would have been really hard to say by Jolly Jolly, because that's all we know him by is Jolly Jolly. But great to wrap up this always favorite wild turkey show with Ron Jolly, or as all of us calls, and I don't know what his wife Tess calls him, but we call him Jolly. So, hey, Jolly, how you doing this morning?
Y'all call me anything except late for supper.
Oh, no, we won't call you late for supper, buddy. We won't do that. But let's talk turkey. I mean, this guy has been a video. You've seen all of his videos. You know about his love for turkey hunting. You've followed his career. And, of course, his wonderful wife, Tess Jolly, is number one when it comes to photography, and they combined for a book earlier called Memories of Spring with an amazing picture of a gobbler on the cover that just sits on my desk and inspires me so much. But let's talk turkey with Ron Jolly. And Jolly, I know that this has been one of those years where the book has come out, and then all of a sudden I see that you've gone into the box call business. So, kind of update our folks on this project.
Well, that box call was a commemorative call. Was given to me at the Hall of Fame induction in Nashville in 2020. And it was made by Preston Pittman, commissioned by Tess and my sister. And someone came up with a bright idea that we ought to try to do a limited edition of them. So we partnered with Preston Pittman, and we did 200, and they're bird's eye maple chassis and walnut lid with the Memories of Spring graphics on top. I think I've got 8 left.
8 left out of 200. Now,
yes, sir.
Now was this overwhelm you? Did you think they would go that quickly? This was something that you hadn't done before, but it seems like this has been, I'd say, pretty successful.
It really has. It's been surprising, and it's been so surprising that we're going to do, starting in May, we're going to do a pot call, and we're going to do a series of five, maybe six calls. The next one will be a pot call. And then we're going to all stay with that bird's eye maple, and some part of each call. It's just a wonderful wood to work with. It's hard to work with. And that's probably why you don't see a lot of that out there. But Preston Pittman is just a master, and he's taught me so much. And I've taught him a lot, except I can't teach him how to drive his telephone.
That is true. That is true. No doubt about it. But I know this was something, a thing of love. So, who's buying them? I mean, are they around the world? I mean, you're getting folks that you didn't think would surprise you with. Is somebody, or did one person buy all 192 of them? So
no, but we've shipped them from California to New York to Michigan.
Have you really? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well,
let me say this, something unique about it. Most folks who bought the box call have already spoken up for their matching number in the pot call, and they want their number throughout that series, and that's been a pretty good little angle for us.
It really is to think about this, and the book itself, folks. We've talked to Jolly a couple of times and test his photography in this thing, but what about turkey hunting for you? I know you grew up in Louisiana, if I remember, and you guys live in Tuskegee, Alabama now. You shot all these videos, I think it's back in the mid-'80s or something along that line. You got started with Primos and Woods Wise and all these other kind of things. Turkey it's pretty important to your life, isn't it, Jolly?
It really is, Larry. I mean, I was fortunate enough to have a dad who taught me
yes.
how to turkey hunt when we didn't have many turkeys.
Yeah.
And even the 16 years I spent with the Conservation Department in Alabama, turkeys were a big part of that. They're just such a majestic bird, and there's so much to learn about them. And if you don't mind me shifting gears a little bit,
no,
there's some serious concern about where our turkey populations are going, especially in the southeast, but pretty much nationwide. So
yes, yeah,
a lot of effort underway now to try to bring recognition to that and try to do something about it.
And Bill, you hear this? You're in conservation.
Absolutely. And when what they're doing is great stuff. And so much thinking and science is changing, and I'm glad to see them roll in that direction.
Well, that's, there's so many more people now. They're getting outdoors. They're starting sports. They're doing things. And we were just talking earlier with Jason Hart about Nomad and Hook, about the camo industry, how they've changed. We even brought up Jim Crumley. We were talking about that with the camo industry, but the turkey industry has changed it too. So talk about that from the video aspect. Now social media, Jolly, and all these different kind of avenues for that. You guys have come up with a little podcast yourself, haven't you?
Well, we're not on a regular basis yet.
You're going to. You need to. You need to. Yeah.
Well, thank you. We're considering that, but I'll be honest with you guys. I've never been so busy in my life. I thought when I retired,
yeah,
all I was going to be doing is mowing grass, but that's not the way it's worked out. Turkeys for Tomorrow has turned into a real opportunity,
yes,
for turkey hunters to unite around a common cause, and they're doing it. And we're getting support from places we never dreamed of. Sponsors like Backwoods Grind Coffee.
Yeah.
Who'd ever thought a coffee company would be supporting?
Hear that, Bill?
A turkey organization,
yeah.
or Pistol Creek Game Calls, or Great Day Outdoors. It's people are concerned. And one thing about turkey hunters, we've done this once.
Yes.
We've brought these birds
That's
back
what
to
I
the
was
rink
thinking,
once.
Ron.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah.
And surely, with the cooperation of these state agencies and getting the right science on the ground, we can prevent them from going back there again, because we're nowhere near there now.
Yes.
But the time to start this is now.
Yes, and that's why I wanted Jolly on the last segment here, because I know this man has passion for this, and we've already talked in an earlier show not only about his book, but at the same time about Turkeys for Tomorrow. Bill knows about this organization. It's the basis. So tell our listeners if they're not familiar with Turkeys for Tomorrow, Jolly.
Okay, Turkeys for Tomorrow is a grassroots organization started by a bunch of old gray over-the-hill turkey hunters who have been there when we didn't have turkeys and can see where this is going. We're laymen. We're not scientists. But we know that it's going to take sound science, sound management to turn this around. So we put up our own money. We just had an idea and a glint in our eye.
Yeah.
And, we launched this thing 5 weeks ago yesterday.
Is that okay?
It has been just overwhelming. In fact, we're on the verge of announcing, I can't do it right now, but 2 or 3 real big steps. But I will say,
what? I
feel like the first door that's going to open to us for a on-the-ground project is going to be Alabama.
Wow. Okay. All right, you're teasing us now. Okay. I mean,
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you. They're next year we're losing 5 days of season. We're losing one bird. No decoys first 10 days. Those things the Conservation Department of Alabama has deemed necessary through research they've done, and we're hoping to launch a project that will either dispel that science or prove it, and we think it's going to prove it. But it's a 4-year deal. You don't do this overnight.
Yeah.
So Director Sykes in Alabama has approached us. We're having a meeting right after Easter, and we're going to find some common ground. And once we can start with one agency.
Yes.
We get one agency on board, then we got something to hang our hat on and move on to the next one. And I think that'll be the cog that, slides us in the door.
Well, I think
it's great that Alabama is already looking at that science and looking to make moves, and for y'all to be pushing to work with them to evaluate it and move us forward. That's good stuff.
Well, you can go. Let me say quickly, because I know Tennessee has launched a 4-year program too, Jolly. I mean, our TWRA is jumping on this too, and I think that's what it's going to take. States working together to make this thing work, and not working apart, but working together. And
Alabama's taking action too. I'll give them credit for it.
Yes, and I'm hoping that
other states are as well. Georgia just came out with their new proposals where you can only kill one bird in a certain national forest, and the other bird has to come out of a different national forest or WMA. Arkansas has moved back their date twice trying to address this. And here's something that's not spoken of enough about Turkeys for Tomorrow is we've been blessed to have to work a deal with a group called the Confluence Group.
Yes.
Confluence Group is one of the premier public relations agencies in America. And we've been able to incorporate them, and they're giving us guidance. But what these agencies need and what we can bring is when they make these hard decisions, that's the last thing they want to do.
Yeah.
They don't want to take your days or take your birds.
Yeah.
But they have to follow the science. Well, that's a PR nightmare for them.
Yeah.
What Turkeys for Tomorrow can do and plans to do is to back those decisions and try to garner public support to get this done faster. The more you fight it, it's kind of like when you have to take a bad medicine. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. But when you do, it's always nice to have a nice glass of water to wash it down.
It is.
But when we get guys like Ray I and Preston Pittman and Kevin Matthews, on and on and on, to stand up and say, we don't like it, but it's the right thing to do. Get on with us and let's get this done. That's going to make those agencies' jobs easier.
Well,
and that's another aspect.
I wish we had more time, but you see the passion that has in his voice, and I know all of us that have that same passion for wild turkeys. And hey, Ron Jolly, or Jolly as we called, thank you for being part of this show. Closing it out, folks. So where can they go for information about Turkeys for Tomorrow? Let's get that out there for sure, Ron.
You can go to turkeysfortomorrow.org for our website. Same handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you're interested in a book or call, just message me, and we'll take care of you as long as we've got a few left. Okay, folks. So we'll have all this posted on lroutdoors.com. Hey, Jolly, thank you, man. Tell your wife hello for us, and good luck. Stay in season, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, man? Yes, sir. Everybody hunt safe and enjoy God's great creation. Thank you, man. Dave. All right. Bill, let me quickly say we've got to get out of here because I'm getting pointed at by Shelby here. Hey, next week, first Saturday, we're going to have. I know a man that Bill knows. We're going to have on next week's show. The sporting chef himself is Scott Lasaith. We're going to talk to Mark Manis. How about Mark Manis? Then we're going to talk. Great guy.
Great guy, Manis Productions. Yes, and Gary Conklin, Steve Cook with the St. Jude Bass Classic, pro staffer Tim Horton of Prime One Camo. Man, I wanted to tell you about my first turkey, but that'll have to come for another day, another hour. Bill Cooksey, thank you, man, for being with us. Always fun.
Enjoy it, Larry.
Go get them. Okay, this is Larry Ray. Remind you, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else, Bill?
God
bless the USA.